I think we've had this question of the day before, but seeing as what our episode is today, I think it's apropos again. What is your favorite bite that you've ever had in Epcot?
Oh, in Epcot.
In Epcot,
Yeah, I'm going to narrow it down
specifically.
just to Epcot.
I know. So I would have to say, and this is probably one of the most basic things ever, but that sourdough roll that was filled with warm brie that we had at Festival of the Arts in February.
Yes.
Oh,
Describe that more for the girls since they weren't there.
so it was like a dinner roll size little sourdough bun thing that was hollowed out and filled with warm brie cheese.
Oh, yes.
And like you think, okay, $10 for this thing that's dinner roll size, and you're like, that's a big ripoff. But the cheese is so rich and so melty and delicious. Perfect size, perfectly shareable.
Yum.
Winner, cheesy dinner.
I love that.
Yes.
Don't you though?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Ladies?
Mine is definitely the beans, the black beans from Stan and Helen's.
Ooh.
Oh, good call.
Good call.
Yes.
I don't know what they put in those beans, but they were really, really good.
My guess would be some sort of black bean.
You know what? I think you're right.
I'm a genius.
Some black bean and some salt. That's it. Just
That's
black
it.
beans and salt. Okay, Lariah, your favorite Epcot bite.
I'm going with a classic, and it's Dole Whip. I haven't eaten at very many places in Epcot.
Garden Grill.
Yes, Garden Grill.
Oh.
That was delicious, but as far as favorite goes, it's probably Dole Whip.
Solid. Nothing wrong with that at all.
I will never chastise someone whose favorite is Dole Whip. Okay, here's my question. Do I go with the first thing that popped into my head or what I think my favorite is?
They're not the same?
No. I don't know why.
Both?
I'm going to go with I'll go with what my favorite was, and then I'll do an honorable mention.
Okay.
So
Yes.
my favorite is the pretzel bread pudding from Germany.
Yes.
From the quick service there in Germany. Just absolutely delicious, using day-old German pretzels.
Yeah.
The creme anglaise that they use, so good. And then the one that popped into my head first, so I'll give it honorable mention, were the bao buns from the Japan pavilion at Festival of the Arts.
Oh, that tasted like a runza.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yum.
Yeah, it was delicious. Like, I took one bite of it, and I'm like, Candice, what does this taste like? She tasted it, and she's like, I don't know, I can't put my finger on it, but it tastes so familiar. And I said, yeah, because it tastes like a runza.
But there was like no cabbage at all. It was just beef and spices and things, and it just tasted like runza.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah.
So that's my honorable mention.
Solid.
Hi, I'm Scott.
I'm Candice.
I'm Lacey.
And I'm Lariah.
Grab a drink and come hang with us at the Hangar Bar.
Okay, welcome back to the Hangar Bar, everyone. We are super glad to have you here. We're doing, over the course of the next couple of episodes, something that's become an annual tradition for us. We are dreaming and wishing and hoping and all the things for the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot. We're going to go through all the menus for you. Our intention is that you can use this as a little bit of a planning episode if you want. You can just use it as a little bit of we want to live vicariously through the menus. We want to sort of pick out what we'd want. But really, we just love going through the menus and kind of figuring out everything that there is going on at that festival, food and drink wise. So we're going to go through the menu, give you our reactions, that kind of thing. So that's going to be the intent. Before we get started, Map, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about what Food and Wine is, dates, and that kind of thing?
I would love to. So the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival begins this year on August 29th, and it runs through November 23rd. So they are shortening it up just a bit because in years past, it's actually started in July, which, if you think about it, that is a long festival.
It is.
And they usually do things in shifts, so like they won't open all of the booths all at once. It's usually like one, and then a month and a half later, they'll open another one, and then so on and so on. So we have actually been, all of us have actually been at Epcot during this festival.
Yes.
But we've never gotten anything from the booth because we're always so full. There is no room left for any food to go.
Yeah, we've had the dining plan, and that comes with so much food that we just never quite made it to a festival booth.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the only people in the world that can say they went to Food and Wine and didn't eat a single thing from a festival booth.
We should have like a trophy or
We should.
Like a
something for that.
trophy or a check or something.
T-shirt or
Some sort of reward.
I went to Food and Wine and didn't eat.
and I
Next time we go to Food and Wine, we'll get matching T-shirts that says, "Last time I was at Food and Wine, I didn't drink or eat anything." See if they give us free stuff when we walk up to the booths. Like, poor you, why didn't you eat anything?
We'll be like, okay.
I'm just a baby. I have no money.
And speaking of money, that really brings up a good point. As Scott and I talked about for our last Disney trip, we did have the revised version of the Disney dining plan. We think in the future we will probably not do that again. And what we'll do instead is basically calculate the cost of the Disney dining plan and load it onto gift cards so we can use it as we want to and not according to their meal credits.
Their rules.
That's smart.
Yeah. I mean, if you're spending the money anyway, why not?
Yeah. I like that idea.
Yeah. And then you can use it for either food and wine or merch or
Yeah,
whatever.
like if you don't use up all of the money on your gift cards instead of... Because didn't they take away the option to buy, like, turn everything into snack credits?
They
Yep.
sure did.
So, yeah, it's smarter just to load up a gift card. That's
I
a good
think so.
idea. Yeah.
I think so too. So before we get into Food and Wine, what are some of the other events happening during Food and Wine that people could look forward to? Do you know?
Well, there is a half marathon now associated with the event, the Food and Wine,
The Wine and Dine?
the Wine and Dine half marathon, which we actually know somebody participating this year.
Yes.
And then at Magic Kingdom, they'll still be doing, well, for part of this, they'll still be doing the Halloween party and Christmas party.
Don't they have an Eat to the Beats series as well during this?
Yes, the concert series
Yeah.
in the free theater.
That's at the America Pavilion.
Yes.
They do a show there every night. Like, I'm trying to think, like, at the Festival of the Arts, there's art things that you can go do. Is there anything, I don't remember, is there anything like that at the Food and Wine?
I mean, there's different acts around the different pavilions that
Right.
you can go listen to and that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let's jump into food. Where are we starting?
Okay, we are actually starting in World Celebration because
Okay.
not when we were there in February, but not too long after we came home, they opened up Communicore Plaza, which I think I've heard a lot of bad things about. Like, it's just a big open space that doesn't really have a lot going for it. But I think it was basically built for things like this,
For the
so
festivals.
they can put more festival booths inside. So we are actually starting at a booth called Macatizers, which is macaroni and cheese. And this is in Communicore Hall.
So it's not tied to necessarily a country. It's just a food booth.
Right.
Okay.
The first thing they have is traditional mac and cheese with herbed panko,
Ooh.
which I don't think you can ever go wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
Then there is a cheesesteak macaroni and cheese with shaved beef, peppers and onions, and breadcrumbs.
Say that again.
Cheesesteak mac and cheese with shaved beef, peppers, onions, and breadcrumbs.
I could do that twice.
Like a Philly
Yeah.
mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be delicious.
Mm-hmm. A truffle macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then for our plant-based friends, we have Impossible chili macaroni and cheese with sour cream and cheddar.
Yes.
Love a good chili cheese mac situation.
Yes.
Who was the first person that ate a truffle? Like, hey, my pig found this thing on the ground. I think I should probably eat it. Who was the first person that did that?
I asked that about a lot of food, actually.
Yeah, I think about that a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Truffles,
mushrooms.
oysters, other mushrooms, because
Yeah.
sometimes you could die. Or,
Exactly.
Right.
Oh,
it's
they
like-
had to go through a lot of trial and error
Yeah.
Right.
in the mushroom family.
Like, think you're a deity of some sort for about 3 weeks. And
And then that speaks to the keeping solid records that they talk about in Spaceship Earth.
right. I mean, how do you differentiate your cave painting from one mushroom to the other?
Right.
That's a great and valid question. And if you know, listeners,
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know if
you know
are
the history of mushrooms and how they've been edible all this time. You just let us know.
if you're an
Please.
entomologist
Wow.
and you know that, just let us know.
Oh.
An entomologist?
Isn't that what a plant person is?
That's a botanist. An entomologist deals with bugs.
We need to start another podcast.
Science. It's just called science.
Science.
Science with people that don't understand science.
We could call it, for science. Here, lick this.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
Do you-
You see three of me yet?
yeah.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, moving on.
All right. We've derailed already, but I like it. But so for drinks at the macaroni and cheese place, we have Crooked Can Brewing Company's Vinfern Velvet Lager. We have Southern Tier Brewing Company's Raspberry Shine Summer Wheat Ale.
Ooh.
Sounds so good.
Yeah.
Lexington Brewing and Distilling Company's Kentucky Pumpkin Bourbon Barrel
Yes.
Ale.
Pumpkin bourbon barrel ale.
Mm-hmm.
I've had pumpkin beer before, and I actually am a fan.
Yeah, I
I
don't
do
mind
like
it.
it. Yeah.
And I've had bourbon barrel ale before, and I like that.
yeah.
So maybe adding pumpkin to it. If I drink that, does it make me a basic girl?
Yeah. Basic.
A basic bee?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay. I'll
Wear
try
it proudly.
Yeah, I'll wear it proudly.
And then you can get a flight of those three.
Yes.
They also have a Terraris de los Andes Reserva Chardonnay,
Ooh, fancy.
a Clinker Bricks and Roses Rosé, and a Behringer Brothers Bourbon Barrel Aged Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay.
You can also do a wine flight out of that.
I'm going to have to find a wine that's been done in a bourbon barrel just to try it. I don't think I've ever had a glass of wine that was aged in bourbon barrels.
I'll try that with you, Scott, if we can find
Have
it.
it.
Yeah, I probably have. Yeah, I don't know.
And then there's also a Knight's Bridge Sauvignon Blanc, a Superi Domaine de Ile Rosé, and a Camus 50th Anniversary Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay, so there's a lot of drinking to do at that booth.
Well, with all the mac and cheese carbs, you need something to
Wash it down.
wash it down a little bit,
Yeah,
then go out in the heat.
that's right.
Sounds great.
Doesn't it, though? Okay, the next item.
Still in Communicore Plaza.
Yes, we are still in Communicore Hall, and this is called Festival Favorites.
Okay.
So the food items are kielbasa and potato pierogi with caramelized onions and sour cream, barbecue pork rinds served with pimento cheese, and a key lime tart.
Down
Okay,
for that.
so I see what they're doing there. Like they've listened to all of the people's best of the fest, and they're putting it in one booth.
Yes.
Probably so they
Okay.
can do other things at like the Germany booth.
And they don't get people squawking at them for, you took my favorite thing away.
Right. Yeah, because those are all things that have been on previous year's menus.
Oh, okay. So the beverage situation, there's a frozen s'more, which is a chocolate milkshake with marshmallow syrup topped with mini marshmallows and a graham cracker.
I'm all about that.
Right? And that's the non-alcoholic, but I don't care.
Yeah. Give me that.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
Then they have the Irish milkshake, which is the Guinness Stout, Bailey's, and vanilla ice cream. So that's coming over from Ireland.
Yep.
Schafferhofer grapefruit Hefeweizen. Love that stuff.
Which has traditionally been in the Germany pavilion.
Yep. Parish Brewing Company Sips Cab Franc Strawberry. Three Daughters Brewing Beach Blonde Ale. You can get a beer flight. And then we have Goldschmidt Catherine Cabernet Sauvignon and a Martin Ray Chardonnay.
Interesting.
That's actually a really smart idea of them to pull all of those things into one booth.
Yeah. And they're putting it inside,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is probably even smarter. Let people, like maybe people that don't want to go walk around World Showcase to find all, because we may see some of those things on festival booths later in the conversation, but letting people go find them in a place that's air conditioned and not have to go all over creation to find things. They can get some of the favorites, and what a great idea.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe what that will do is it will direct more of the influencer people that we love so dearly to just stay there and not go to the rest of the park.
Good luck with that.
If they all talk about the same things anyway, why would you not just cage them?
Cage them.
We're going to push you in here. We're going to shut the doors and lock it.
Eat all the food you want.
Knock 3 times to get out. It's fine. Everything's fine.
You have to turn over your camera.
You're just going to say what you always do.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, it's so delicious.
We're not full of spicy opinions tonight, are we?
No.
Okay, what's
Okay,
next?
so then we are moving on over to World Discovery and Connections Eatery.
Really? That big of a room and they only have 2 food booths?
Think about the table space, though.
That's true. They're
Yeah.
probably going to have lots of places to sit.
So people
yeah.
won't have to eat on trash cans.
And they're probably, it's going to be pretty popular.
I would think so, especially if it's air conditioned.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
I retract my snark.
You sure about that?
Yep.
Okay. So Connections Eatery is actually the Starbucks location in Epcot now. So
Isn't it, just for my own clarity, it's both a Starbucks location and a Disney quick service place, right?
yes.
Okay,
But
so
it's basically
They're side by side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I
And-
was drawing reference.
Right. No. I'm just, for my own clarity, I was making sure I understood.
Yes. So their festival specific menu is somewhat limited because they have so many other things on their menu.
Mm-hmm.
So their offering is a Korean barbecue chicken sandwich with pickled cucumbers, otherwise known as pickles, on a brioche bun.
Yeah, that is kind of silly.
When you're
Let's be pretentious and call it a pickled cucumber. Well, thank you very much.
when your essay has to be 5,000
Whoever put the menus together in this get paid by the letter. And then for beverages, we have a blackberry caparoca, which is Tito's handmade vodka, Minute Maid lemonade. That ruined that for me. Strawberries, blackberry syrup, and frosted mint syrup.
Okay, that has potential without the Minute Maid.
Right. I think we really need to start that petition we talked about a long time ago to get them to switch to Simply.
Yes.
I think we talked
Yes.
about that exactly a year ago.
Yes.
Well, they need to get on it. Because, okay, Theron, do us a solid and help us out.
Because didn't we discover that they use Simply for something else?
Yeah. They're in a few of the booths,
Yeah,
we might
there
even
was-
hear Simply.
a drink.
And then
Yeah.
you looked up and found out that Simply and Minute Maid are both owned by Coke.
Which we all know their footprint in the parks.
Yeah.
So it's not even like they have to change vendors.
No. And it's so much better than Minute Maid.
Yeah.
It's probably also so much more expensive.
I
than
don't
Minute
care.
Maid. As a stockholder, you should. I'm getting the look, people.
No, you're not. I'm not looking at you at all right now.
Which is worse. So actually, it's not. I've seen the way she looks at you when she's mad.
Right.
Love you.
Kissy, kissy.
All right. Thoughts about that one?
So there's only one food item?
And one drink.
Because
But then
they
they
have
have
the
all their
full
other
quick
stuff.
service menu.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it doesn't sound bad. It's the chicken sandwich, right?
With pickled cucumbers.
With pickled cucumbers. Yes.
And I wonder if they're distinguishing that just because it's like a quick pickle, not like a jarred pickle that we would put on a hamburger or something like
that's
that.
true. Yeah.
Like just
maybe.
cucumbers that have been soaked in vinegar.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because like the salad your mom makes with onions and cucumbers and
Those
vinegar,
are quick pickles.
those are pickled cucumbers.
Right.
But
Okay.
you wouldn't call them pickles.
No. They're delicious.
Soak
Right.
anything in vinegar and I'm going to eat it.
Right?
That's what she said.
Hear that, Lariah?
Oh, were we not supposed to do that?
Well, I've just been
no.
talking about vinegar a lot today. I've been really craving some,
Oh.
you know.
Well, I've got some pickled garlic in the fridge if you want some. You can have
Oh,
some
I
for
still
you.
have some.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Girl.
Yeah.
Best ever.
Yeah, Miranda says that they taste like a firework, and I love it.
How does she know?
I had her try some, and she's like, tastes like a firework.
Yeah, but how does she know what a firework tastes like?
Oh, that is a valid question and a mystery because I don't want to know.
It's
Yeah.
a mystery.
Mystery.
Okay, moving on.
All right, moving on.
This is going to be a 4-hour episode if we don't get moving.
You are welcome, fans.
Marathon. This is the kind of marathon we like to do.
Right?
All right. So next we are going to the Coastal Eats booth, which is located near Mission Space. That sounds delightful.
So eat and then go ride orange.
Or ride orange and go eat.
Either sounds horrible.
Yeah.
So.
So bring your barf bag from the ride.
And it's
over.
probably, if it's coastal eat, so it's probably seafood too.
Yes, it is.
You can eat seafood and then go show the people on the ride with you your seafood.
That's great advertising. You should submit that.
Marketing genius you are.
Come on Mission Space and share your seafood.
How about don't? But yes, and these are both so beautiful that they would be a travesty for many, many reasons seen in reverse.
Okay, let's not think about that, and let's just think about the deliciousness that is
Okay.
the food.
So the first thing is roasted warm water lobster tail with garlic butter.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And the second thing is jumbo shrimp cocktail with cocktail sauce,
Yum.
which is gluten and wheat friendly.
They have to... Never mind. Do they have prices on what you're looking at?
No.
I wonder how big the lobster tail is.
Not very. There's a picture.
And where they're getting little baby lobster tails.
Publix. And then for the beverages there, they have a Wildly Brute Cuvée, Boyd and Blair pomegranate. This says Cotter. I don't know what that is.
How is it spelled? I'll look it up.
Codder. Sounds like a cider situation that may be misspelled, but
Or it
Maybe
could be
not.
like a Cape Codder drink, something like that.
Yeah, that could be.
Lacey's looking it up.
So it looks like it is a cocktail made with vodka and cranberry juice served in a highball glass and garnished with a lime wedge.
Okay, so it's probably Boyd and Blair vodka,
Yep.
pomegranate juice, and a lime.
Yep. So
which
it's...
would be delicious.
Which I think
Yeah.
is like is it a Cape Codder? Is that the name of the cocktail?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah. So that's what it is.
Okay. And then they have the Corksicle stemless flute because, once again, the festival is sponsored by Corksicle.
That's a very simple booth. Because we know how crazy they can get with some of those meals, or I don't know what we're calling them, bites.
Yeah.
And I like how simple that is.
Simple and delicious, and people
Light.
aren't going to be scared of it.
Yeah.
Eat it fast on hot days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because lobster after having sat out for 20 minutes. Okay, so here's my prediction. If you watch any Disney influencers, when they eat at that booth and they've taken all their B-roll, they're not going to like the lobster.
Yep. Because
It's going to have
cold
been
and rubbery.
It's going to be warm and rubbery
Oh.
because they just did it in the sun and they took all their B-roll for like 10 minutes and then tasted it.
Yeah.
That's going to be my guess is they're not going to like it. But if you eat it while it's fresh and hot,
It'll
you're
be
going to love it.
delicious.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that.
Okay?
I would go to that booth,
I would hang out at that booth
and I would eat both things.
and drink the
and
drink.
drink the drinks. All right. Returning this year is the Fry Basket
Okay.
near Refreshment Station, which is over by Canada-ish. They have adobo yucca fries with garlic, cilantro, aioli, gluten and wheat friendly, and also plant-based.
That sounds great.
Adobo yucca fries. Interesting.
A fry flight, which is also gluten and wheat friendly. Truffle parmesan fries and barbecue bacon fries with smoked aioli. And then sweet potato casserole fries with candied pecans, toasted marshmallow cream, and bourbon maple syrup.
And that's a returning fry flight.
Yes.
They had the exact same thing last year.
Yes, they did. Then for drinks, they have a Boyd and Blair grapefruit mule and a Collective Arts Brewing mango Rita sour with chili, which is new.
Mango Rita sour. So a margarita made with mango.
Is it the bud? Okay. Yeah. That looks good.
Okay. We're looking at a picture for those
Yeah.
of you that can't see in our living room right now.
Why not?
Which I hope no one is.
Right? Stop being a creeper. All right, are we ready to move on?
I believe so.
Okay. Next thing, we are going to Flavors from Fire, which is a returning booth from last year.
Okay.
It's near Refreshment Station as well. And we have a steakhouse blended burger, which is beef and wild mushroom slider with truffled brie, cheese fondue, arugula, and truffled potato crisps on a sesame seed bun.
There's a lot going on with that, but I bet it's delicious.
Yeah.
Impossible Montreal-style burger slider with cheddar cheese and tomato jam on a sesame seed bun, plant-based, and that's a new item.
Tomato jam.
In other words, ketchup.
No,
I'm also
that's
like
a tomato smoothie. Scott.
Yeah.
Sorry. So what the hell is a tomato jam?
It's kind of like a bacon jam. There's chunks of tomato in it, but it's got the goo consistency of jelly.
Yum.
So it's just ketchup that hasn't been blended yet.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's got some consistency to it.
It's
Right.
got some
It's
chunks.
ketchup jello.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yet it's plant-based.
Yum.
So there's no gelatin in it.
I'm in.
Pectin probably, but
I'll still eat it.
Okay.
I mean, I trust them.
yeah.
You're
And then-
sitting there contemplating like you're
Like-
actually going to.
Go to the Food and Wine this year.
Like,
You never know what
Okay.
could happen between now and the end of September.
Right? And then we have a smoked corned beef with house-made potato chips, cheese curds, pickled onions, and beer cheese fondue. Not bear cheese.
I liked bear cheese better.
What exactly is that?
Don't ask questions. Okay, read that again because there was a lot going on with that too.
Okay, so we have smoked corned beef with house-made potato chips, cheese curds, pickled onions, and beer cheese fondue. So it would kind of be like a special kind of nacho.
So that's not a sandwich. That's like
No.
a boat of food.
Yeah, it'd be like
Okay.
the chips topped with all the stuff.
So it's is this in the Canada area?
Yeah,
It's a poutine.
essentially, only it's
Okay.
on chips and not fries.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
That sounds delightful.
Doesn't it though?
Yes.
I would eat that.
Yeah. I might even order 2 of those. That sounds delicious.
Okay.
Like it's a brisket.
Yeah.
Basically,
Corned
it's just
beef.
smoked brisket.
Mhm.
Delicious.
And a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
A bunch of stuff.
Sounds really heavy though.
I'm okay with that.
All right. Then for beverages at that booth, they have a Deschwetz Brewery Black Butte Porter, which is new. Four Virtues Bourbon Barrel Zinfandel, and a swine brine with Jim Beam bourbon, apple cinnamon cider, lemon juice, and Dijon mustard.
That's a drink?
Yep.
With Dijon.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Swine brine with Jim Beam bourbon, apple cinnamon cider, lemon juice, and Dijon mustard.
What is swine brine?
There's
Like in
probably some bacon
Oh.
with it.
yeah,
somewhere.
and they're just that's what they're calling the drink. But like as you described it, it's like that sounds like the really strong base for a barbecue sauce.
Yes.
So basically, they're giving you minus the tomato,
Which you can get from the tomato jam.
right?
It all goes together.
See,
See, I hear swine brine and immediately think
Pig
of
juice.
hot dog water. And then you added the little apple cider and Dijon mustard for a little more razzle dazzle. And I was like, what in the world?
you see them making your drink, and they just dip a ladle into a hot dog water bin.
I would throw up on the spot.
What's going on back there?
We're out of hot dog water.
Sorry, folks, we're out of the swine brine.
Somebody run
Hot
over
dog
to Casey's
swine
corner real quick.
No.
Oh, dear.
I mean, brine. Brine is more of
Brine.
Like
It's
pickle
like
juice.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a salty mixture that you soak meat in.
I want to see a picture of that. What is it called?
A swine brine.
The
Did they not
drink.
have a picture? Yeah, that's
No.
the name of the drink. Is the swine brine?
They don't have
Oh.
a picture of that one.
And you said that's new this year.
No, the porter is new.
Okay.
You know what? This looks familiar. I think we have seen this before.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd drink that.
There's literally a
Piece of pig on top.
piece of pig on top.
Is it like pork belly,
It's got a bone in it, so it looks like
like a hock or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Okay,
Pig knuckle?
I swear they've had this before because
have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so next we're going over to the Odyssey building and into Brewing Lab.
And where is the Odyssey building?
It's the building that as you're coming out of World Celebration or World Discovery, it's the building that kind of connects the bridge. So you don't have to walk down to the middle hub where the gift shops are. You can just walk to that white building
Okay. Yeah.
where the Figment thing was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where we got our cider flight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So brew wings. So we're going to have hot wings and things. Traditional buffalo wings with celery and ranch, which are also gluten and wheat friendly. Peanut butter and jelly sticky wings, which I will tell you, if those are anything like the ones over at Steakhouse 71, I will buy them all.
Oh, I bet they're delicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And didn't we hear that Steakhouse 71 got rid of their peanut butter and
I
jelly
don't have
wings?
them on the menu anymore.
What?
Yes. Nobody asks us.
That is so inconsiderate.
I know. Then we have garlic parmesan wings, which are also gluten and wheat friendly. Then there is Impossible buffalo chicken tenders with ranch and celery, plant-based.
Okay, so vegan, vegetarian in the room. Would you rather do that, or would you rather have them do like cauliflower wings?
I would rather have the cauliflower wings.
Yeah.
They could like spruce them up a little more, I feel like.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Why does everything, and I know in one of the episodes that you guys did alone, you were talking about sometimes you want something more than Impossible meat.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find at Disney. But
Yeah,
that would be a great opportunity to just say, hey, let's do some cauliflower wings instead of Impossible meat.
Instead of faux meat.
Right.
Yeah. Because, faux
But-
meat is easy, but cauliflower.
Especially if they grew cauliflower at Living with the Land.
right.
Exactly.
And my guess is Impossible is a sponsor
Yes,
of this
they are.
event, so they're going to serve as much of their stuff as they can. But
Yeah.
still,
Which I
That's
get,
cool, but I'm not going to go to a booth to get chicken tenders.
Right.
When I could go to the
See,
store and get chicken tenders.
That's where I'm at. And they give us the most basic one, like buffalo, chicken,
yeah.
Impossible nuggets. Yeah.
It's nice that we have
Yeah,
options.
not
but
complaining that we have an option, but
Still.
like I like my vegetables.
yeah.
and then we have an unnecessarily spicy yet extremely tasty Carolina Reaper pepper curry wings with creamy cucumber raita.
Whoa.
That's a new menu option this year. It is also gluten and wheat friendly.
Disney bringing the spice.
Yeah.
Now, I want that on a cauliflower wing.
That would be good.
Then we'll be talking.
Yes. I wonder if you could ask them to put that sauce on the Impossible chicken nuggets.
Right?
I don't know.
But yeah, Disney typically does not bring the spice. So the
No.
fact that they're
Yeah.
bringing something with Carolina Reaper, they're branching out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And then we have fried pickle spears with dill ranch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always.
Heck yeah.
You absolutely cannot go wrong with a fried pickle.
No.
I don't see fried pickle spears very often.
No, usually it's like little
chips.
rounds.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
Interesting. But that's why they have, 3 of them for like $12.
Yep.
And then for beverages, we have a frozen pomegranate and raspberry tea, which is Twining's pomegranate and raspberry herbal tea infused with orange ice cream molecules. So Dippin' Dots.
Oh.
That would be my guess. Mm-hmm. They're just freeze drying their own ice cream instead of buying Dippin' Dots, probably.
And they've got the technology to do it, or they know how to invent it because they have smart people.
Right?
That
How
is
would you
a-
like that to be your Imagineering task? Hey, we want you to make freeze dried ice cream that we can serve to 10,000 people a day.
Okay.
So your entire job for several months as a chef / Imagineer is to basically taste test ice cream that you're making.
Well, shoot.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, I would weigh like 4,000 pounds.
It's not perfect yet. I have to keep trying.
Walt would not approve. Okay. Then we have the pickle milkshake, which has made a comeback from last year.
Nobody, I didn't
I
see-
love all things pickle. I really do. That I cannot get my head around, primarily because of a milk-based beverage in hot Florida sunshine that tastes like that.
Yeah. No.
What happens when you mix milk and vinegar?
It
Curdles.
It curdles.
And your breath smells really bad.
Right. So Disney's like, hey, come sweat and then eat curdled milk.
That tastes like pickles and like add some sugar in there too.
And whipped cream.
Any of the influencers did they like it?
No.
So why did they bring that back?
That's what I want to know.
Maybe people did that weren't influencers. Maybe there's somebody out there that went to that booth every single day and got like 3 of those things.
You know what
For
I
the love. I hope.
Even if it was a dare situation. Like, I will give you $1 million if you can drink 3 of these every single day of this festival. Would you do it?
No.
$1 million?
$1 million.
Okay,
I
wait.
would.
$1 million.
I would throw up everywhere, but I would do it.
Oh, yeah. My guess is it's the novelty. It brings people to the booth.
Yeah.
Curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a dare.
It gets
I mean,
talked about.
If you've been drinking around the world, you think, there's a good idea. I dare you to drink a pickled milkshake. Okay.
A pickled milkshake.
Well, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
It's part of the punishment. Like,
Yeah.
you better behave or you're going to get a pickle milkshake.
I'll drink a pickle martini,
Heavens, yes.
but I don't.
No,
Don't
leave
add
the
milk
out
to
of
it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Well, Sonic came out with a pickle flavored slushy, and they put sugar in it. No.
Why would you do that?
Do you like sweet pickles?
I like sweet pickles, but if I'm gonna drink like pickle juice, I want it to taste like pickle juice. I would drink it if it was just straight pickle juice slushy. I would.
I would too. Leave the sugar out of it.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. But the sugar doesn't. No.
No.
I wouldn't do either.
Well, you're strange sometimes. But I love you anyway. And then we have a Coppertail Brewing smoked lager, which is new.
A smoked lager. I bet that would be
Yes.
interesting. Mm-hmm. I have to be in the right mood for smoky cocktails and smoky drinks.
Yeah.
Especially in hot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and we're not done yet.
Oh.
There's also a Keel Farms Elderberry Serrano hard cider. Oh, I bet that's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
The fruit and the Serrano peppers
Yeah.
would give it just a slight bit of heat on the back, I bet.
Mm-hmm. Yum.
Three Daughters Brewing Pickle Hard Seltzer. Yes, yes, yes.
See, now that's
That, yes.
Yeah.
Three Daughters Brewing Palm Paradise Hefeweizen. Ooh. Tropical. The brewery Desert Flora with hibiscus and prickly pear.
yes.
Yes. And Cigar City Peach White Oak High Life.
What's the booth name? Is
Brewing.
it still brewing?
Mhm.
Okay.
That'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can do Beer Flight.
For sure.
All right. Are we ready to go on?
I think we're ready to keep moseying.
Okay, we are going into World Showcase finally.
About damn time.
Mm-hmm. And our first stop is the Noodle Exchange, which is near Disney Traders, which is one of the little gift shops right at the hub where you exit World Discovery and go into World Showcase.
Okay.
Are they both Disney traders, or is one Disney traders and one is Disney something else?
One something else.
Okay.
So for the food items, we have ramen with shaved beef, shiitake mushrooms, pickled carrots and daikon radish, shaved spicy peppers, and a soy egg in a citron sesame broth.
A soy egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an egg that's been soaked in soy sauce.
Oh, yum. Okay.
They have a Thai shrimp with rice noodles, shiitake mushrooms, and basil in a coconut curry broth. Gluten and wheat friendly. And ramen with tofu, shiitake mushrooms, pickled carrots and daikon radish, shaved spicy peppers, and baby bok choy in a citrus sesame broth. And that's their plant-based option.
That sounds
Oh,
great. A citrus soy broth. Yum.
And then we have, for beverages, we have a Parish Brewing Company strawberry mochi.
Yummy.
And
I thought mochi was an ice cream.
I bet it tastes like strawberry mochi ice cream, but it's
Okay.
a beer.
Mochi is the outside. It's like the squishy.
Oh, so they give you a glass of strawberry squish?
That's where I'm confused, because there's mochi donuts too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a squishy. It's made out of rice substance, and
I wonder if it's just like the flavor.
it might be. Yeah, it might be.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Yeah.
That does not sound appealing at all.
What
I'm
is
sure
it
it-
called?
Parish Brewing Company strawberry mochi. It's got to be some sort of just a flavor
Yeah.
situation.
For sure.
Oh yeah, it's just a canned beverage. That's
I like the can.
yeah, it's very beautiful.
I would drink that.
Mm-hmm.
And then a Pacific Rim Solstice Vineyard Old Vine Riesling for their wine option. which we all know how I feel about Rieslings. All right. Oh, they even started in the right direction. We're headed to Mexico.
Yay!
Good.
So the first thing they have, and it looks like these are all new options this year.
Exciting.
Ooh, everything from Mexico's new.
Everything from Mexico is new this year. First thing is a tostada de camarón, which is tempura battered shrimp, atop a fried corn tortilla with guacamole, cabbage, chipotle aioli, diced mango, and chili lime powder.
Yum.
That sounds delicious.
Yes. There's also a flauta de barbacoa, which is a fried tortilla filled with barbacoa beef topped with salsa verde, crema mexicana, and queso fresco.
Yum.
I would eat that.
Gluten and wheat friendly. And then they have a pan de elote, traditional Mexican cornbread topped with chocolate sauce and queso fresco. Yes.
Like mole? So is it sweet and savory?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd have
Interesting.
the cornbread on
Yeah.
the bottom, which would be your savory,
Uh-huh.
and then chocolate and cheese on top.
Yes. Yes.
Interesting. I don't
I'd
I don't
try
know.
it.
I'd try it. Like, I wouldn't want to order a whole one of those for myself.
You had
though,
me
I
at
don't think.
elote.
Yes, ma'am.
Then there is a Mexican craft beer. Doesn't say what it is. No brand name, no nothing. It's just Mexican craft beer. Mango Sunrise Margarita. Don Hombre's Mezcal. Centinela Tequila. Mango Puree. And blackcurrant liqueur with chili lime salt rim. Then a Poblano Margarita. Lalo Tequila Blanco. Abasolo Corn Whiskey. Lime Juice. And Ancho Reyes Verde Chili Poblano Liquor with a salt rim.
Okay.
That one,
There's a lot going on
yeah.
with that.
So here's my thing with the Mexico booth. I want to try the food. I'm going to go into La Cava to get my margarita.
Fair point.
Yeah.
I don't want something that was mixed yesterday being served out of a trash can put into my cup. I want to watch the bartender make my margarita.
Yeah. Well, that
Poblano.
Poblano one. It doesn't seem like there's any sweetness to cut the... Is it like a savory beverage?
Yeah.
I'd be curious about that one.
I bet it would actually be really refreshing in the
Yeah.
heat, and it wouldn't be so sweet.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
I'd try it.
Yeah, kind of
As
like
long as we're
a...
not dealing with ant salt, I don't care.
Agreed. Yeah. Scott, you can have all the ant salt. I think, Lariah, you want some too, so you
Yeah.
guys have at it.
You know
It's
what?
not
Ants
bad.
aren't vegetables.
What? Protein.
Well, all right. If that's how you want to get your protein,
Protein margarita.
go eat an
Ugh.
ant outside right now. Prove
No.
it. Prove it.
Okay.
It wasn't bad.
Oh yeah, you know how it tastes.
Mhm.
Did you lick it off just to and
I,
crunch it?
I
between-
drank through it.
You drank.
It's
through
not
it.
like there's ant bodies all over.
No, just legs.
And even then, you had to look super close to see them.
But I found it.
It's basically just black salt.
It's the principle
Poor little ants.
in a grinder.
You're awfully salty today. Would like to be more so.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, let's keep going.
All right. So we're going to China next, and we have a pan-fried chicken dumplings with house-made sweet and spicy sauce.
Why are we skipping around so much?
We're not.
Isn't there a booth
China is
between
next.
Mexico and China?
China is next.
Okay.
We have a crispy duck bao bun with hoisin sauce, which is new this year.
Ooh.
And then we have a Shanghai scallion noodles with shrimp, which is also new this year.
Maybe China's trying to step up their game a little
Well,
bit.
they need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that crispy duck bao bun. Like that has like that could either be really good or really bad.
Uh-huh. I'm just thinking of the oiliness of
The-
duck.
And inside the bao, like that could get almost greasy.
Yeah.
But I love duck. It's
Don't
delicious.
let Donald hear you say that.
Or Daisy.
Yeah.
I'd be more scared of Daisy than Donald.
As
Pokey
you
with
should
her
be.
eyelashes.
Right. Mm-hmm. Next time we have an interaction with Donald, I'm going to ask him if he tried the crispy duck bao buns
Oh.
at China Pavilion.
That's not a great idea, but
In front of the kids.
Now, was that Huey, Dewey, or Louie?
You haven't seen them walking around the parks lately, have you?
Haven't been looking. I'm sure they're there. Safe and happy as always. Oh, dear. Okay, so then we have a mango peach bubble tea, which is green tea, mango, and peach syrups and white boba.
Ooh.
New. I need to know, though, is the boba some sort of fruit flavor situation, or is it just tapioca, like chewy boba?
Does it say, it says white?
White.
I think it is going to be tapioca because usually if it is the fruit flavored ones, it will say popping boba.
Okay. Then there is a Baiju punch, which is Baiju spirit, lychee syrup, sparkling water, and pina colada mix.
Oh.
That could be really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like lychee?
No.
Okay.
Remember when we had it on the cruise ship?
Oh, the eyeball.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So the drink of the day was like spooky punch or spooky juice or something like that. And it was served with 2 lychees on a skewer that looked like eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
And we ate them and it tasted like flowers. And it was disgusting.
And the drink was gross too.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like purple lemonade.
Yeah.
Like lemonade is not supposed to be purple. Stop it.
Yeah. Yuck.
And then we have a fiery dream, which is citrus vodka, triple sec liqueur, guava nectar, and spicy hot honey syrup.
That's interesting.
They're up in their game here this year.
Yeah.
I don't know that I think that's good interesting, but it's interesting.
I'd try it.
Yeah, same. I'll try anything with hot honey. Like,
It's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind. And then an orange mango cocktail, which is gold tequila, vodka, orange juice, and mango syrup. So basically a margarita with mango. And then they have a brew hub lychee foo draft beer. No.
How is foo spelled? Like
F-O-O.
F-O-O, not F-U. I'm such an idiot.
No, it's not F-U beer. F-U beer.
But if you think about Kung Fu Panda, that's...
Yeah.
F-U.
Yeah. So I was right in my misinterpretation of the word.
Sure. Okay. I mean, I have a lot of hope for that booth.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see how it plays out, though, because
Yeah.
I know people have been disappointed by China for years.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
and Italy are the 2 that people usually complain about. So
Yep.
maybe they're up in their game a little bit.
Gotta do something. Okay, so now we are going to the India menu.
Ooh.
So this is a new
New booth, right?
No, it's just they don't have an India pavilion, but
Right.
there is an India booth that's normally there.
Okay.
It's near the China pavilion, though, so we're headed in the right direction. First thing they have is potato and pea samosa with coriander lime cream, and this is their plant-based option.
Yum. Can't go wrong with
Yes.
some more.
Thank you, Michael Scott. And then chicken tikka masala with fennel spiced yogurt and naan bread.
So they went very safe
Yeah.
You
in the
almost
Indian
have to.
food realm.
You almost have to.
Yeah.
I guess most people have never met a chicken tikka they didn't like.
Right. Or a samosa, for that matter.
Right.
I'm surprised they didn't do butter chicken at least.
Yeah, me too, kind of.
Yeah.
Butter chicken is so good.
It is so good.
Then we have Mango Lassi, United Brewing Taj Mahal Premium Lager, Sola Brut Tropical Sparkling Wine, Mango Lassi with Sumera Chai Cream Liqueur, and a stemless flute. Available for purchase.
From Corksicle.
Yes. Proud sponsor of the 2024 Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. All right. So now we're kind of jumping around a little bit. No, we're not. Never mind. Scratch that. Reverse it. Whatever. We're going to the Refreshment Outpost, which
Okay.
is the place kind of coming around the corner that has usually like frozen Coke and
Okay.
a flavor of Dole Whip and that sort of thing.
Right.
Their food items are an impossible spicy sausage with piri piri peppers and onions and piri piri aioli, which is the plant-based option
Okay.
and is new this year.
Sounds pretty yummy.
Then we have a curried chicken and South African brerwar sausage stew with chickpeas and potatoes served in a bread bowl, which is also new.
Just what I want when I go to Florida in late September. Stew.
In a bread bowl.
Yummy.
It's 187 degrees. What am I craving?
Stew.
Stew.
And then there is a chocolate amarula mousse dome with white chocolate, which is gluten and wheat friendly and also new. Looks like a giant zebra dome,
That's what I was going to ask. Are they just bringing over the zebra domes?
but it looks big. Grr.
Okay.
Then for beverages, they have Keel Farms Blackberry Apricot Jam Hard Cider. Heck yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yum.
A Habisha Cold Gold Pilsner, and Gulfstream Brewing Company Cloud 9 Watermelon Hibiscus Lager.
Oh, yes. Yep.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yum.
For sure.
Yeah.
That might get a little sweet, though.
No. Okay.
That
that's
it for that one? Okay.
Yep.
Before we end this episode, what would be the one thing, both food and drink, that you would look most forward to trying?
Okay, so I am going to step back over to Coastal Eats and get myself a lobster tail.
Okay.
Even though it's probably not going to be great because of the mass production of it and all,
Right.
it's still lobster.
Right. And drink?
The watermelon hibiscus situation I just talked about.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lacey, how about you? One food, one drink.
Definitely the samosa. And as for drink,
I know it's the pickle milkshake. It's okay. We won't judge you too harshly.
you know what? You're right.
I didn't even know you could milk a pickle.
That was a bad joke, Candice.
You laughed.
Not the swine brine, I can tell you that.
No.
Nah.
Don't want a cup of hot dog water?
No, thank you. No, thank you. Actually, you know what? The poblano margarita. I want to see what that's all
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
I'm too curious.
Okay. Lariah? One food, one drink.
For the food, I want to do the burger slider from Flavors of Fire with the tomato jam.
Okay.
And for the drink, I want to do the mochi.
Strawberry mochi?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about you?
Okay. The first thing that popped into my head, and it's still living rent-free there from very early in this episode, was the Philly cheesesteak mac and cheese.
Okay.
That sounds delicious. But then you mentioned the burgers from that place. The burger, the non-vegan, plant-based burger there.
With all the things on
with
it.
all the things sounded absolutely delicious. And then for drink, I think like that last thing, the last blackberry ale.
The blackberry apricot jam hard cider.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I want to try that. It might be a little sweet. So if that one's a little sweet, I'm going to pivot and give that to you. And I'm going to walk over and get one of those bourbon barrel aged. What was it was the bourbon barrel,
There was a
the
red
beer
wine
one.
and there was a Cabernet Sauvignon and a Chardonnay.
There was also one that was a beer bourbon barrel of the pumpkin bourbon barrel ale.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Yeah.
That would be my second choice if I didn't like the blackberry one.
Okay.
There it is.
Solid.
Okay. Fun episode. Good discussion. That's your first half-ish of this episode. Tune in next week to listen into the rest of the food and wine. Come to our socials. Comment on this post. Tell us which of these one food, one drink that you would want out of this episode.
Let
and
us know
just
if
let
you're
us
going
know.
to Food and Wine this year.
Yeah, let us know what. And then if you do, tell us what you tried and that kind of thing, because this will be releasing shortly after Food and Wine starts. And yeah, we would love to hear from you. Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, wherever, YouTube, wherever you want to find us. And remember, there is always a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
And we'll see you real soon.